Khadija Ali fled the capital 6 months ago for Port Sudan, hoping the safer environment, largely removed from the fighting, would provide a safer environment for her child's development. However, her plan did not work out.
I am a displaced mother from Khartoum and I have a child of school age, but all schools are rejecting new students as they're already overcrowded. I'm worried about her future and not being able to attend school. It's so frustrating.
The shockwaves of Sudan's civil war have cut across generations, with the younger ones, many of whom understand little of what's going on, impacted the most.
The National Council for Child Welfare says over 15 million Sudanese children are out of school. 2,500 children have been kidnapped and another 2,500 are missing. And perhaps the most haunting statistic of all, the organization says 3,000 children have died in the war.
Since the conflict broke out in April 2023, over 12 million Sudanese have been displaced across the country. Many families are forced to live in schools and other government buildings in safer regions. Here in Port Sudan, students from 3 different schools are crammed into just one building.
The overcrowding of displaced students is negatively impacting the already limited resources and facilities in hosting schools. Starting from the seating, class is set to fit for 30 students, but now we're hosting 120 in one class. It also affects the facilities like the bathrooms and drinking water, as well as the impact on the annual calendar and the performance of the teacher inside the class are all negatively impacted.
Another concern is the rising levels of child abuse, with young ones seen as an easy target.
The militia has targeted the children and education facilities since the war erupted. The most affected regions are Darfur, Khartoum, Al Jazeera, Al Dinda and Al Suki. Schools were occupied by the militia. They've also recruited children and sexually abused them. We rescued some of the children and returned them to their parents, and we work with our partners like the UN agencies to put long-term plans in if the conflict persists so that we have accurate data and we have enough support to face the mounting logistic and psychological needs of Sudanese children.
More than 18 months on, and the war in Sudan is showing no sign of ending anytime soon. Both warring parties are adamant they will continue fighting until they are in a position to dictate the terms of a treaty. For millions of children who represent the country's next generation, this equation spells bad news and a future that remains troubling and deeply uncertain. Naba Muhyiddin, CGTN, Port Sudan.